Hey, it's all about quality, not about quantity. Right? Let's get back to another round of Brewsday Tuesday with DreZ and Huck.
There they are. Yeah, Brewsday Tuesday once again. It is round 2 now. Yeah, back again. And I got another brew from Mississippi while I was down there. They had plenty of these guys, Lazy Magnolia, which once I immediately came in through with the brew and I announced that, Huck said, oh yeah.
That's a good beer. That actually.
Oh, maybe it helps if I cut your mic on.
Well, thank you. That's a good beer that actually gets to Virginia.
Yeah.
So we've been having this fine beer for a while. It's actually on tap a lot of places.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. It's the original Pecan Nut Brown Ale.
See, that's what sold me, man. That just sounds so good. Southern Pecan. It's a brown nut ale. Is it delicious?
It's like pecan pie in a beer. And if you don't like pecan pie, then get the you-know-what out of here.
Oh, that's so good.
It is good. I told you got a good one here.
That is a good one, man. I mean, the label says, the label says it all. But I figured since I was in Mississippi, might as well get me some that's fresh out the bottle.
How about beer? So I was just wondering, we were talking about, this is low alcohol beer.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I guess that's just one of those.
4.5.
Yeah. This one's been around since probably before.
Oh, yeah, this beer's been around for a while. I mean, I don't know. I just remember seeing it maybe 2 or 3 years ago. Somebody's like, hey, have you tried that one? I'm like, no. And it's good, so I tried it and had it again.
You hadn't had it for just a couple years ago, really?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it's been around a whole long time.
Well, obviously, I mean, do you remember, I think you said it was just this past year that it got bumped up to 9% in Mississippi?
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, it was very recent.
So that means, most brews are still below the 6th line, for sure.
Right. They're just ramping up now.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm going to check my Untappd to see if I've had this before, because I feel like I probably have. Because, I mean, if I ever saw this anywhere, I would have to buy it. It's a nice day to be riding. So Lazy Magnolia's Southern Pecan.
So let's see when I had it.
I've had. Okay, this was the other one. So this is why I got confused. I have not had the Southern Pecan, but I've had their Jefferson Stout. Which was also one that I was looking at while I was down there. But the pecan just sounded so much better, so I opted for that.
I'm trying to see. It doesn't. I don't know. I'm not hitting the right button here. I've seen when I had it, but I've had it a couple times.
Yeah. Again, this is why we like to use Untappd. You can go back and reference, because a lot of times you'll forget, or especially if it's like this one. I thought I've already had it, but no, it was a different brew from Lazy Magnolia that I was getting confused with. So you can always reference. Pull up your app, see if you've had the beer before, see if you liked it, see if you didn't like it. And, it can be very, very handy, especially, after you've had a few session beers, and you might not remember exactly what you thought of it.
Yeah, I had a bunch of session beers the other night at the Dogfish Head Tap Takeover.
Oh, yeah, that'd be an easy place to session it up.
So I first had this 121 2014.
2014,
so a little more than 2 years ago.
See, and I guess there is the small chance that I have had this before I got the Untappd app, But yeah, I mean, I've been on Untappd for, I think, a couple of years now. So
yeah, no, like I say, it was kind of a limited thing. You only saw it at 622 or Blue 5, places that have big and rich tap handles.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of places have big tap handles, but they're the same every week, every single week.
You gotta switch it
up. Have the ones switched up. Those two come to mind as the most switchable.
Yeah, that's true.
That I go to. There may be others, and surely enlighten me if there are, because I want to go.
I always River Company comes to mind simply because of the selection, but I guess they don't switch it out as often.
I didn't know they had guest beers. So I've only been there a couple times.
Oh yeah,
yeah, but it's close to you.
Yeah, no.
Well, maybe we should run over there.
What did I say?
River Company.
I meant River Mill.
River Mill, yeah, no, they're pretty. They got 2 or 3 rotating taps.
Yeah,
we should do that one day.
We're gonna try that.
Talk about all of them like a dog. Explain who's got the beer and who don't have the beer. Got some explaining to do.
Nobody's hopped on to sponsor Brewsday Tuesday, so we can talk all we want about it.
That's right. Somebody wants to pay us, we'll say really nice things.
Yeah, right. But
so this is a lost style.
Is that right? What
The
do you mean by
brown
that?
ale. Well, the brown ale. You ever
Yeah,
hear
man,
about a brown ale?
You don't hear that much about
Yeah,
brown
nobody makes
ales,
a
you're
brown
right?
ale.
But I always tend to like brown ales.
But everybody makes a brown ale. See, that's the thing. It's kind of like if you start to learn the piano, you play that song "Nut Brown Lady" or something.
Nut Brown Lady.
Yeah, it's a song that everybody learns. It's like dun, 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 dun. Anyway, I don't know. But
don't know.
this brown ale is the learning beer. Everybody makes some. It's just really common, to make a brown beer when you're starting out.
Is it because it's hard to mess them up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty vanilla beer. Only it's brown, so I guess it's a chocolate beer.
No, but actually, now that you mention it, I feel like I have. Whenever I am, drinking someone's micro brew type stuff, a lot of them do tend to be brown.
Yeah. They go, I made a brown ale. Okay. But that's okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah, but a lot of people are making, there's some imperial brown ales out there that's delicious. It's just a good, easy style to start with. It's kind of like an American takeoff on the British. We talked about the bitter, special bitter. It's kind of like the American special bitter. It's not exciting beer, but it's got a good mouthfeel. It's usually got good alcohol, nice flavor. You can sit down at the bar, play some pool, throw some darts, drink a bunch of this.
I could, man. This is a tasty, tasty brew right here, man. Like I said, Lazy Mongolia.
Hello. Oh,
yeah. We're so very lazy. Lazy Magnolia. And they're labeled as Mississippi's brewery. I'm guessing they probably have some history. They've probably been around for a while.
Well, they won a prize in 2006 World Beer Cup. That says something.
Yeah, it does
That's
say
10
something.
years.
Yeah, that was a decade ago.
Yeah.
And if they're winning, obviously they've been good for a while too.
So.
This is just for this beer. The Southern Pecan got the bronze award back in
Yeah.
the 06 Beer Cup.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's I'd say that says something. It's been around for a while. It's pretty damn tasty. People seem to like it.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's still on tap here and there.
Yeah. What do you think, man? You gonna untap it? What are you
Sure.
feeling for this one?
Sure. I may have not untapped it as well historically, but I think I'm going to give it a 4 today. I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Really getting the pecans out of it today.
It really does have that nice. It's got that sweet nutty taste.
Yeah.
Like you said, a little pie-esque. It's not super sweet, but it
does remind me of the pie.
The pecan, yeah, it's definitely there. Pecan or pecan? You say pecan?
I think both are correct, but I usually say pecan.
Tomato type deal. But
Yeah.
yeah, pecan,
Someone kick you in your pecan.
Honestly, I think I say them both. It just depends on like.
Sometimes I say pecan. And sometimes I say
That's
pecan.
That's what's sitting by the bed, right?
Yeah.
The pecan.
The pecan.
That was totally a Huck joke, man. You didn't like that one.
It's easier than getting up.
Yeah,
That's
right.
all I'm saying.
Yeah.
People back in the 18th century had it figured out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, that was not the job you wanted, emptying these things.
Yeah,
Chamber pot.
Well, now it's the pea Gatorade bottle.
That's even worse.
Well, you can cap it, toss it.
Yeah, what if somebody mistakes it?
That's fantastic. Anywho, so you said a 4, solid 4.
Yeah, I'm in 4.
I'm kind of with you on that, man. We got similar palates today, dude. This Lazy Magnolia Southern Pecan, the original pecan nut brown ale. Now that's a bold statement. Was this like the first pecan?
Let me ask you a
nut
question.
Brown ale.
Have you ever had another pecan nut brown ale?
I don't know if I have.
I've never had one.
Probably not.
No, I've not had one.
Yeah.
This is the only one I've ever had.
All right. Well, then there you go. That probably is a valid statement. And then with that alone, I mean, you got to give them credit. I'll take another sip, but I got a feeling this is probably going to be at least a 4.
We should have Weird Beer Day one day.
Yeah, that's solid, man. I'd say, yeah, I'm going to give it a 4 as well. I'm gonna double down with your score. I think it's very, very tasty. It's now, granted, going from that light blonde on a hot day with the sunshine, and this is more of one I think I could enjoy, really almost anywhere, but probably more of like an evening brew, maybe something with. Like you said, at the pub, maybe just shooting some pool, throwing some darts.
Yeah, this may be after you've eaten, drink a few beers. It's got it's a nice dessert kind of
almost,
beer.
Yeah, exactly. I was about to say a dessert type of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So there's a lot of weird beers out there.
Yeah.
If you want to go there.
I'll give them props, man. Lazy Magnolia, Mississippi's brewery, as they like to be called. Their Southern Pecan.
So like I was
Give
telling
it a
you
try.
earlier, I was working on a job over at Radford University.
Mm-hmm.
And the other day, and one of guy walks up to me. I was giving a sticker to somebody who's asking about the radio show, and the guy walks up and says, "What's that?" I said, "That's my sticker." He goes, "Are you Huck from Brewsday Tuesday?" I'm like, "Yeah, right, I am."
Yeah, dude.
So we got fans out there.
Yeah, there's at least that one fan that works at
Right.
Radford that likes our show.
So shout out to you, brother. I'm sorry I didn't get your name. I'd throw it out there.
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, and of course you can always, if you want to friend us and stuff, Huck's Beer Buzz on Untapped. I'm DreZ Drinks. You can follow us on there. You can also check out the YouTube. We do videos of this.
I'm redoing them
So you
right
can
now
see.
and separating them in each segment instead of having one long show. I'm gonna have 2 shows for each day. I've gotten like the first 2
So
done.
we do like the round 1, round 2.
Round one, just separate
That's cool.
videos, so you don't have to sit there for so long.
Yeah. Plus iTunes.
Yeah, iTunes
You can
right
also
there.
find it on the iTunes.
It
which is handy
pops
and
up
dandy.
there.
Cool deal. Brewsday Tuesday, Mississippi Brews in the bank, man.
Mississippi, spell it.
Mississippi. Of course, do you do the squiggly line?
No.
Some people say squiggly line. Like
Oh, that's right. Or
that-
snakes.
That kind of upsets. Yeah, I don't like that.
It's not smooth.
No, not at all. Not as smooth as this Southern Pecan.
So that'd be good.
Nah, good stuff, man. Well, you got the brews next week, right?
I'm all over it.
All
Went
right.
to a little special beer tasting.
Oh.
So we're gonna have some. I got a beer that no one can get.
Oh, now that's what we like to call a tease, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be next Brewsday Tuesday. Huck, as always, man, I appreciate you coming in, man.
All right, I'll see you next week.
That's Huck from hucksbeerbuzz.com. You can check him out. And, of course, we will be back next week, popping tops, sipping brews. Brewsday Tuesday. Take a quick break, and we'll be back with more tunes right here on The Bear.